Hi again then guys, and welcome to episode 18 of Tour of Japan, the review series of course for the Super GT machines of GT6. And we're featuring another Supra in this episode. This is a premium spec machine, and this is the 2005 YellowHat YMS Supra. This is a larger engine Supra than many of the other models. It's a 4.5 litre. And it's also more powerful than pretty much any of the other Supras, apart from the road version. It produces 927 horsepower and a pretty impressive 633 pound-feet of torque. It's also slightly lighter than some of the other GT500s, which tend to be either 1100 kilos or 1150 as a general rule. This one though only weighs 1090. So it's around 10 to 60 kilos lighter than most of the other GT500 class machines, which is pretty good to know. It also produces a very good power to weight ratio of 850 horsepower per tonne. Now the PP on this particular model isn't quite as high as I would have personally expected. It sits at just under 650 pp, which is actually pretty good really, because with that much power, a weight advantage, really good power to weight ratio, and being a premium model, to be a lower PP as well, that's actually a really good thing. Now the price is 900,000 credits, so it's one of the more expensive JGTC models. Not the most expensive, but one of the more expensive ones. And of course, being a premium model, you get the fully detailed interior, working headlights, windscreen wipers, etc. And also the premium models tend to have more driver feedback and also richer performance levels. And that is certainly the case with this one, as any of you who watched this morning's top speed tune for this same car will have noticed. This does have a slightly higher top speed than many of the other GT500 cars, at around 242 miles per hour. Whereas most of them tend to be around 230 to 235, with the occasional exception that's a little bit higher. So for top speed, it's got an advantage, it's got a very good amount of power, a slight weight advantage, and it's a premium. So a pretty good all-round deal. Now around the track, all of those differences don't really equate to a machine that's 10 or 20 seconds faster. Obviously, that's just not the way JGTC works. Even with advantages, the cars are all still very close in terms of the actual lap times that they can put down. But, that said, every advantage that you can get is a good advantage. And that is certainly the case with this car. It has a very strong range of good attributes, and to be honest, no real bad attributes. It's just a very good all-round car. It's one of the best Supra models, if not the best JGTC Supra. Not necessarily going to say that it's the best, but it's one of the best. And it actually handles differently to many of the other Supras. Not in a radically different way, not like it feels like a four-wheel drive car or anything like that, but it does definitely handle differently. Many of the older Supras, the non-premium models, tend to have fairly similar handling. The Supra's quite a good handling model anyway. They have pretty good grip, slightly tail happy, or they can be, not as much as, say, the road version, but still, of the JGTC models, the Supra is one of the slightly more tail happy models. This one though reduces that. Not that the other ones are bad, but this one definitely feels more grippy, and its aerodynamics are significantly revised, as you can actually read in the information about the car that's on the game, and you can really feel that. It feels like it has much more grip to work with, and the way the car takes corners does actually feel different. The weight displacement of the car over its body, the centre of gravity feels lower, and the downforce does feel more on this car, I would say. So overall, at 900 grand, yeah, it's pretty expensive, but as we said before, not the most expensive, nowhere near. And if you're looking for, especially a good all-round Supra, but by extension a good all-round GT500 machine, or just JGTC car in general, this is certainly a very good choice to go for. And surprisingly, I don't see as many people using this one as I would have expected to, especially considering that it is one of the very few GT500 cars that is actually a premium. But, as I said, if you're looking for a good all-round Supra, or a good all-round JGTC car in general, both for straight lines and of course for cornering, then you'd be hard-pressed to find a better one than this, really. So that's it for this episode. I'll see you guys next time, and as always, thanks for watching.